Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Capillary Action. Now you can see Sleuth running some kind of experiment, maybe testing the capillary action on a whole bunch of different liquids. I can see blues, purples, yellows, reds, very familiar color if you've done a lot of coloring on this Sudoku. I don't know why he's running that experiment. Hopefully it's something to do with today's puzzle and helping him figure out how on earth we're going to be solving it. Let's take a look at today's puzzle and grid, as well as the rule sets, of course. So, always a pleasure solving a willpower puzzle. You kind of come into it thinking, well, I'm not sure I can say you know what you have in store. I think the only thing you can say confidently is it's going to be a highly enjoyable puzzle with the usual 90% plus rating from Will. And I can see that, the reference to the capillary action where maybe digits are rising through this kind of cage, maybe, with, I don't know, is that like bubbles? Maybe. I'm really clutching at straws here, ironically, where capillary action could be quite useful. Let's just crack on, please. Otherwise, the jokes are just going to get worse and worse from here. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That means place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. Then we have killers. Numbering cages sum up to 15. And I'm trying to look around for a puzzle, for a cage that's not going to reveal too much. And maybe let's go for this 15 cage. So these 3 cells, for example, are going to add up to 15. If that was 2, I could have 6 and 7 as an example, and that was already failed. Let's try that again. I could do 1, 6, and 8. That's looking a bit better. So that's an example of a valid fill for this 15 cage where 3 digits, does it explicitly say no repeats? Numbering cages sum to 15. It doesn't say there are no repeats, so I think these 2 digits could technically be the same. It'd be very unusual for a killer cage. Okay, we'll move on. KROPKI pairs. Numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive. So if this cell here was a 2, let me try that again. If that says 2, this would have to be 1 or 4, so that these 2 cells, 3, so that these 2 cells are consecutive. Shh, you didn't see that. Numbers with a black dot between them are in a 2-to-1 ratio, of which there are so many around here. If that's a 2, this would be 1 or 4, so that one cell is double the other. Last but not least, we've got XV pairs. Numbers with a V between them sum up to 5. So if this cell was a 2, this would have to be a 3 to make sure that these 2 cells add up to 5. 1 and 4 would be another example for, valid digits on a V to add up to 5. That's all the rules we have for today. So if you want to play capillary action and figure out what Sleuth is doing as part of this experiment, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. And between the title and the fact that I have 6 cells in box 7 that are, where am I going with this? 6 cells in box 7 that are black KROPKI dots tells me that these cells are 1, 2, 4, and 8. And I'm already getting an inclination, for example, that this is not 1, 2. This is 1, 2, that's 3. That would have to add up to 12 in that single cell. That's not going to work. So we know that the 1 and 2 have to be across cells. And I'm not even sure this one works. Yeah, so even if I maximize this, because this is a black KROPKI dot pair, the best chance I have would be 4, 8, which would get me to 12. And the 2 is too small. I need at least a 3 to make this work. So a long way of saying is, this is a 1, 2 pair. And I'm pretty sure, so let me just check, 3, 6. So that would add up to 9, and then I would need another 6 to add up to 15, repeating the 6. That doesn't work. That is 4, 8. Therefore, that is 3, and that is 6. And we've got digits. Always welcome when you have digits so quickly. Now, if this is a 1, that would be 7, and then I need an 8, and that's not available. That would be a 2 then, and therefore that would be a 7. So 13 and 2, that's a 1. We'll come back to that, and this is 5, 9. Fantastic. We're off to a brilliant start. The V's now, this is not a 2, 3 V. This is a 1, 4. And actually this 2, 3, this is not a 2, 3V, this is 1, 4, and we actually know the order. That 4, 8 gives me 1 and 4. 15 cage. Now I am going to play these as if I can have repeats. And it actually doesn't matter looking ahead. And I'll explain why. 2 cells that add up to 15. I've only really got 3 ways of doing it with a repeat. One option, 5, 9. Second option, 6, 8. Third option, 7, 7. Now look at my options and look at the fact that one of these cells has a black KROPKI dot on it. And you tell me how I'm going to make 5, 9 work or a 7, 7 work. And 7, 7 wouldn't have worked in this case anyway. So this is definitely 6, 8. 6, 8 means that this is 3, 4. Let's think through the consequences of this. If this is the 3, then I'd have to get to 12. And 3, 9 is not available. It would have to be 4, 8. So that would be 3, that would be 6, that would be 8. So the 8 would have to be here where it would break because of this 4 black KROPKI dot. So 3 with a 4, 8 doesn't work. 3 with a 5, 7 doesn't work because neither of them could actually be on a black KROPKI dot. So this is not 3, that's 4, that's 8, that's 6. And that 4 gives me 1 and 4. And these 2 cells now must add up to 11. And we know it's not 4, 7, but what are they? 2, 9, 2, no, because 1 and 4 are not available, so 2, 9 is out. 3, 8, and that would have to be the 8, that would have to be the 3, that would be a 6, that looks good. That's one option. 4, 7 not available, and then 5, 6. And because of the 6, that would be the 6, that would be the 5, and that would be a 3. So this is always a 3, 6 pair. And without a 4, that's not 4, 8, and not 3, 6. This is 1, 2, and this one tells me an order. That's 1, that's 2. I'm looking at the 3 now, and I'm thinking that's way too small because 2 and 3 is 5. That would have to be a 10. Therefore, that is 6, that is 3, that is 8 and 7, 7 and 8, and then another 5, 9 pair on the outside. Interesting. 1 again, and the same logic will apply. This is either 5, 9, 6, 8, or a 7, 7. This time, oh, we can't actually have a 7, 7 again. But anyway, this is 6, 8 because of the black KROPKI dot, and same logic repeats. It is a capillary, after all. 3, 4. I don't have as many. I mean, the 1, 4 here was very helpful to break some of the options. So maybe time to think about these white KROPKI dots. I'm pretty sure that can't be a 5. I'm just going to show that. Yeah, so 1, 2, so 1, the 2, we have essentially 3 cells are consecutive here. 1 and 3 means the 2 is eliminated. 4, 5, 6, 7 doesn't work because there's an 8 after it, and then the 9 doesn't work. So 9, 5, 5, and then this is 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. So that's 6, that's 5, 7, that's another 5, 7. I could do 5, 6, 7. I could go back down. No, I can't. I can't go back down to 6 or up to 6. So essentially it would be either ascending, 7, 8, 9, or descending, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, not 3, not 4, 3. So that is 7, 8, 9, and that is 5. Let's see if that was actually helpful here. 1, 2, I mean, I may as well just use what's available. And actually that 6 just is helpful. I don't even have to try and do some gymnastics there with whatever's going on in this puzzle. Right, so we need 11 again. 2, 9 with a 1, and then 6, 8 works. And then obviously these 6 and 8 would force 6 in here, 3 in there, 8 in there. So far looks good. Then 3, 8, well, the 8 can't be here. That would have to be the 8. That would have to be a 3. That would have to be a 6. I mean, I shouldn't have pencil marked that. That wouldn't work. 3 with a 6 breaks. 4, 7 not available. And then 5, 6. Well, the 6 can't be here. That would be the 6. That would be the 5. That would be a 3. Then these 2 cells have to add up to 12. And it's not 3, 9 because I've used the 3. If it is 4, 8, the 8 would have to be here. And then this would have to be the, well, it's not 4, 8. And it's not 5-7 because 5-7 can't be on a black KROPKI dot. So long story short, that's 1, 8, 6, 3, 4, 1, 2, and that was 9. And this time, actually, we don't have a 5-9 pair in the corners. 7, though, gives me 7 here. 5, yeah. And I'm going to say the variants are done. We're just doing Sudoku now. 9s, that's a 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. I say it with such surprise, but okay. 3, well, one of these is 3 alongside a 6, I think. The 6 is not here. That's the 3, that's the 6. Then 4, 5, 7. They don't quite line up, so I will pencil mark 4. And then this could be, frankly, anything. So can the rest of it, really. Right, let's see, what else do I have? How about the obvious digit that can just be placed? 2. 3 is in one of 3 cells. So is the 5, actually. The 5 joins it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That's 6, 7. That's 9. That's a 6, 7 pair. Surprisingly, the 2 can be placed. Not pencil mark 3. In fact, 4, 8, that's a 4. And then essentially I have 5, 7, 9, and then another 5, 7, 9 in here. Okay. I'm not going to pencil mark this one. Then another 5, 7 in here. In fact, that tells me this is not 4 from 4, 5, 9. So that is 5, 9. That is a 4. And that was easy to spot because that was 5, 7 pair. I mean, Sleuth, come on. And then one of the 5, 7, 9s is in here with a 3. And then another 5, 7 with an 8. And that's an 8. And this is not 5 or 7. It's just 7. 5 because of this 5. 7. Then I have a second 5, 9 with a 3. We've already established 3, 5, 9. If I can type. And that's not a 9. And that's not a 5. In the column, I need another 3, 5, and a 4, I'm going to say. Not the 4. That's the 4. That is not a 3. That's a 5 because of this 3. That's 3. That's 9. That's 5. That gives me 9 and 5. That 5 continues to give me a gift. 3 and 5. Fantastic. Right. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. They're all in different rows. No, they're not. That's 9. That's 7, 8. That's a digit I can just place. 6, I'm going to say. 6 gives me 7, gives me 6. Ironically, the 4, 8, that was the break into this puzzle, so to speak. Was it? I think it was the 1, 2. Yeah. But anyway, very, very early on, still not resolved. 2, that's the 2. 3, 4, I need a 5. It can only be in here. Oh, the 4, I don't remember when was that resolved. That was ages ago. Sleuth. 8 gives me 7, gives me 8, gives me 7. I need an 8, which can only be in here. And if I've not made any mistakes, 9 for the finish. Beautiful puzzle, Willpower. Thank you so much for creating it and sharing it with us. And a good way to round up a week of approachable puzzles. Brace for what's coming this weekend. There are some incredibly difficult ones around the corner. Hope to see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.